See? That's what I'm talking about. Oh, please don't do this to me right now. Stay. You were doing so well. Alright, let's hurry up before this messes up.
The ghetto. The ghetto.
My name is Andrea. If you're new here and if you are, feel free to hit that subscribe button down below. And to my OG subscribers, thanks for tuning back in and welcome back to another video. Today is very exciting because today I am bringing you my updated living room tour. I have been here for about 5 months. Not quite 5 months, but I've been able to kind of settle in. You guys, if you have been here for a while, you saw my last living room tour. If you haven't seen it, I will link it for you. That living room, I mean, I used some of the same pieces like my couch and everything, but it was significantly smaller. It was very box-like. Here I have a vaulted ceiling. I have a little bit more room to, you know, decorate, to kind of move things around, play around with the space. So I feel like this fits me a lot better. I will say in my last living room, it was very much Oreo. It felt very black and white, very monochromatic, which I love. I love seeing it in other people's spaces, on Pinterest, Instagram, but it just didn't feel right to me. It was, I don't know if it was because the space was smaller, because I use a similar color scheme in here, but it feels a little bit more bright, a little airier. Is that a word? Airier? A little more airy, but it, like I said, it was very much Oreo and it felt cold and just didn't feel right. So I didn't want to go with like a true black and white theme, and I also didn't want like granola, like all brown. So in this space, I guess I would say it's kind of like s'mores a little bit. The s'mores even have any black in it? Oh yeah, because you burn the marshmallow a little bit. So it's a little bit of black, white, brown, a little bit of gray from the ashiness of the fire. All right. Anyway, off that, finding what my true decor style is has been like a whole journey. It's kind of hard to know what you like because everything looks good on a computer screen, on a phone screen, but in real life, if it doesn't feel like home when you come in, that's not your decor style. Message. That's just something you like looking at. So I have been playing around with different elements, different textures, you know, getting a ton of inspo on Pinterest, on Instagram to try to figure out what my style is. I don't like specifying what my style is per se because I like a little bit of everything. So it is a little bit of everything, but if I had to put it into one decor description, it would be Belgian modern because I love wabi-sabi. I love modern, but I don't like them individually so much that I would just stick with just that decor style, if that makes sense. So blending modern and wabi-sabi together, I feel like that's what my style is, and I feel like Belgian modern design embodies all of that. I recently bought a book on Amazon. I will show you in a minute, and I will be doing a review on that as well in the future. But when I was looking through the book, I felt like it truly felt like home, like my style, little old, little new, sleek, modern, but still rough and edgy, very clean, minimal. So that's what I feel like my style is, if I had to put it into words. Now, with all that being said, let's hop right into the tour. Okay, so I'm gonna start over here in this little corner, and we're just gonna work our way around. I mentioned these pedestals to you guys in my last video. This one is from Amazon, and this one I got on Facebook Marketplace. So this corner was very bare. It was missing something. I thought I liked it like that, but I didn't. You guys have probably seen the background in my previous videos. Sometimes it was bare over here. I think in my later ones, I had this little background back here, but it really needed something. This corner doesn't get any sunlight, and it was just very drab, very boring. So I needed something over here, and I feel like this was the perfect touch. So I went with the stack effect with the pedestals. I love the way it looks. And what I did with the vessels is I chose what's opposite of what the pedestal is. So this pedestal I feel like is very sleek, very modern, very clean. So I went with a very rough looking vessel on top to kind of create that juxtaposition there. And then this pedestal I feel like is a little bit older looking. The wood looks aged even though it's vinyl, but I went with a more sleek, like modern abstract piece on top to create that opposition there as well, and I feel like it came out really well. I just stacked some books up under them because I wanted it to feel a little bit more lived in, a little bit more relaxed. And I love books. My dream is to have like a library full of them one day, when space allows and when I build up my inventory, which I do have a lot of books. They're just stashed around the house, but I love the way this turned out, and yeah, it's just like the perfect touch. Okay, so next up, I don't know if I should sit. Okay, so next up we have my couch. This has been with me for a very long time, going on, I want to say 5 years maybe. I do want to eventually get another one, but I don't know if I want to do this gray again, maybe a warmer tone gray, maybe a dark gray. I don't know if I want beige or cream or white. So I think it's silly to kind of jump into that kind of investment, you know, prematurely without truly knowing what you want. So this is it for now, and I love it. It's so comfortable. It seats a lot of people. It's a sectional. I love a sectional. I don't like separate seating, as I have told you guys in the past. This couch is very forgiving. I can still things on it without it seeping through. It just kind of beads on the top, and I can wipe it right off. I can vacuum it really easily. But I am going to get another couch. I do want some deeper seating, but it definitely will be a sectional. These little pillows are from Home Goods. I found luckily, and they only had 2, so that was perfect. I just have one on either side, and I feel like they blend really well and bring a different shape to the couch. The arms of the couch are like a slope, but the couch is very linear. So this is like an additive that was perfect, a perfect touch. Love it. This little corner over here, if you can't tell, gets a lot of love. This is my favorite spot on the couch. 99% of the time I'm sitting right here and watching TV. I forgot to fluff it up before this video, but this is real life, you know.
This is not about a show. This is my life.
But yeah, I love this corner. I don't like to share it. I have a little sweet spot. I fit perfectly. My butt fits perfectly in that little spot. So yeah, that's like my equivalent of a man's recliner in the living room. And back behind the couch, I just have this console table. It's kind of like a bookshelf type feel. I actually had it up under my TV before, but it just didn't fit the space well. It looked very farmhouse because the sides have the little crosses, but I thought it fit better behind my couch. It also serves as a space for me to decorate. So I didn't want my couch up against the wall because I have this space in this living room. In my last space, there was no other place for it to go but up against the wall because it was so small. But with me putting my couch, you know, in front of the wall, it makes the space feel a little cozier, a little bit more, what's the word I don't know the word I'm looking for, but it just looks better. If you're in a space and you can, you know, scoot your couch up a little bit from the wall, try that. I promise you, it sounds like it doesn't do anything, but it really makes a difference. And I just love my console table back here because it also creates another space where, you know, you can sit your drink if you're sitting back here, sit your phone and just relax. You know, it stores all my books, all my junk back here. It looks actually kind of crazy if you were to look back here, but you can't see it because it's behind the couch, right? So back behind me on the console table, I just have these two lamps. They are from Home Goods. They are Restoration Hardware dupes. I love how clean and minimal they look. I love what it brings to the space to kind of tie in, you know, the modern and clean versus the rough and faux vintage, because I don't have anything. Well, no, I have something that's kind of vintage in here, but I'm still working that up. You know, that takes time. So I love these lamps here. I am thinking about switching them out to something a little bit more rough, but I don't know yet. I'm not sold on anything, so stay tuned. I always share what I'm buying, especially on Instagram. They see it first, and then I usually do like a haul afterwards. On this side, I just have this glass cylinder that I'm using as a vase right now. I actually cut this branch about 2 nights ago. I was so scared because I just knew it was going to be spiders and insects and everything on it. If you know, you know. I had a previous experience and it scared the crap out of me. So when I put this up here, I was like looking at it for like an hour, making sure nothing was crawling from under it. Interesting thing about the branch I have in it, I rinsed the whole thing off with water when I came into the house, and the little buds started turning like this like rosy pink. Like, I don't know if that means it's dying. I don't know what that means, but it looks really pretty. It's actually really hard to find branches that you like. I love how dainty it looks up against my wall art, which we will be getting into in a minute. But it just looks really nice, really fancy. I just have it kind of coming down and have some water in here to keep it alive as long as possible. Over on this side, I have this sexy lady.
Can I just pardon my manners?
I got her from, it was either tjmax.com or marshalls.com. I shared it in a haul with you guys a while back. And she just sits right here so well. She fits so well. She complements the texture of my wall art and this little planter here because she's like rough and porous. And it breaks up because this bowl is pretty much identical to the color of the wall art. So I needed something to break that up. So I feel like she adds a little bit more drama, a little bit more depth with the white, just breaking up that like beigey cream tone that I have going on here. So I love her right here. Yeah, she's amazing. She's only like $15. Yeah. And then I just have this little bowl, this little planter, vessel, however you want to call it, right here next to that. It really blends in, like I said, with the wall art. It has really good color variation in it. It's very porous. I shared this with you guys in a previous haul. I got this from the garden section at Home Goods. I don't know if I said that already, but I did. And I just threw some, you know, moss on the inside just to bring a little bit more greenery, a little bit more life into this space. And yeah, I love it. Alright, on to my wall art. If you have been here for a while, you have seen this before. I did it myself. I actually did all the art in my home by myself because I just feel like it's very special when you do that, and it's cheaper, most importantly. So I made this myself. Like I said, it is made from concrete. What I did was I knew I wanted something textural, something original. I wanted to use concrete of some sort, and I wanted it to look very earthy but neutral at the same time. So what I did was I just got a canvas from Michael's. I got the biggest one I could find. I think this one is a 48 by 60, and I got some wood, like they weren't planks. They were like vinyl sheets or something that you can get from Lowe's, and I had them cut it up for me because putting concrete on a canvas, I didn't know if it was gonna tear through because of how heavy the concrete is. So I got some wood cut, put on there, got some styrofoam so I can put some humps on there. Put a hump in your, put a hump in your.
Put a hump in your back and say, hey, hey.
So I feel like that came out really well. I mixed up my concrete, I put it on here, and I just created some different textures in each panel, if you will, with like a roller I bought on Etsy with some sticks, and I just like created some lines, just created a little bit of rough, and then did I paint this? No, I didn't paint the concrete. It just dried that color, I feel like. I'm pretty sure I didn't paint it, but I did paint the styrofoam because the styrofoam was white. I didn't hang it up on the wall. That's another reason why I wanted to put this console table back here, because I just wanted to kind of lean it up against the wall if I wanted to add like layering with some different paintings on it. That'll give me that option, and yeah, I love that piece so much, and the fact that I did it myself is a plus. And then on either side of the wall art I actually did these paintings as well. I got the frames from Home Goods, very inexpensive. I think they were like $17 a piece or something like that. And I just got some poster board, cut it out to the size I needed, got some spackling to create some texture, and just went to town. I just made these abstract pieces. I'll show you a close-up of what each piece looks like because this is kind of blocked by the lamp. Well, let's see. So that's like this side, but I will show you a closer view of what they look like on the side. But I just love how sleek and minimal they look. They bring a modern feel to what feels like a wabi-sabi moment here in the middle, so you get that juxtaposition again. So yeah, love that. And they also, all this right here kind of complements each other. On each side, it's kind of like an L. So the frames are black and white, minimal, clean, as well as the lamp, which is very minimal and clean. And you have like this rod down the middle of the lamp, which adds to, you know, how linear the side of the frame is. And then from the glass cylinder, I played off that with my glass cylinder vase. So everything just kind of flows. That was the goal. So that's why I don't know if I want to change the lamps just yet because of how well everything flows right now, but we shall see, because a lot of things change in this house. Okay guys, and right here I just have this little guy. I found him years and years ago. I want to say it's probably like 6 years I had it. It was actually sitting in storage for a long time because it didn't go with what my style used to be, which was very glam, but I knew I needed it when I saw it. I knew one day I would switch up like a room or something and it would fit in there. So I found this on clearance. I remember like it was yesterday. It was $75 at Home Goods, and I just love it. So it's like a tree, but it's encased and gives this acrylic effect right here in the middle and down the sides. And it also has like these 3 little trunks, I guess you would say. If you look closely, you can actually see these look like the trunk of a tree. Or is it the trunk? I don't know. the body of a tree, I'm pretty sure it's the trunk of the tree. But yeah, so they just have that exposed here in the middle and then on the sides. And yeah, it just serves kind of like as a side table right now. Whoever sits right here can, you know, stick their phone, their laptop, their drink over here. Just serves a purpose. So everything in my space I feel like serves purpose. Nothing is really in here that's kind of in here just because. I really believe in being practical and having form and function. So yeah, this is perfect. You can also sit on this. It is very sturdy, so it serves a lot of different purposes. So I love this piece. I'm glad I got it out of storage, and I'm glad I bought it way back then because it fits so well now. While we're down here on the floor, let's talk about my rug. So this was probably the hardest decision I made in this living room because it's so hard to find a rug that fits your style, that's affordable, that's good quality, and especially if you're buying online, because I was adamant. At first I was adamant, I'm not buying a rug online because I need to see it, I need to feel it, I need to see how the light hits, what tones it's gonna give, but I just wasn't having any luck, and I stumbled across this rug. So it's from Overstock.com. If you follow me on Instagram, you have seen this already. I love it so much, y'all. I love it, love it, love it. I was really nervous about it, but it came out really well. I knew I wanted something clean, something minimal, something sleek, something that had cool and warm tones because my living room clearly has cool and warm tones in it. So this was perfect. It's made of premium wool. So it's very plush. So luxe when you walk on it. It's so good. And I've never had a wool rug in my life, but I will never go back to another one.
You would never send me back to the strip club because I'm not going back.
Like ever. At least not for like my living room where I spend a lot of my time. So this rug kind of has a pattern, but kind of not, because it's like inlaid. So there's an outer rectangle that's kind of encasing the middle. It has these little spots of gray, which ties in my couch. And then you have a lot of cream and beige tones that kind of merge together very differently in different spots. So it really gives like a lime wash or Venetian plaster type feel. My next space, if it's more permanent than this one, I do plan on doing like a lime wash because I just love the way that looks. I'm not doing it in here because I'm lazy, y'all. Okay, I'm just gonna call it what it is.
Let's call a thing, people.
I'm lazy and I don't want to repaint this place when it's time for me to leave. So the fact that I can get like that feel, that color variation where it's very imperfect, how Venetian plaster or lime wash looks. Of course, you guys know. If you don't, I'll put a picture up of what I'm talking about, but I really get that feel from this rug. So instead of me having to paint it on the wall, I can have it right here on the floor, which is awesome. This rug, I got it on sale. I think it was like $330. Overstock was having their annual sale or anniversary sale or something like that. So yeah, it's so affordable, such good quality. When I tell you, I walk on this thing barefoot and it's a dream. Like 10 out of 10, highly recommend. See, I moved and my doors moved. Don't move. I'll fix it in a minute. All right, so next up, ooh, do I need to shave? I do need to shave. Hopefully you can't see it though. All right, so behind me, I just have my most prized possessions in this living room. These travertine / marble tables. I say that because they're polished, so they feel like marble, and they were listed as marble tables, but they give me that travertine feel because of, you know, the pattern on it. And someone in my last, well, it wasn't my last video, I shared this in a thrift video, my top Thrift Finds video, and someone in the comments said this is travertine. So I'm just gonna say travertine marble tables to kind of group together because I don't know. But these are so special to me. I was so happy when I found them. I got the set. So this is actually a coffee table and a side table, but I didn't want to break them up because I'd rather have my side tables different from every other furniture piece, so it doesn't look so uniform. Yeah, I want every piece to feel like it's collected. So I put the side table next to the coffee table to create like this stacked, staggered, leveled effect. It also gives me a lot more surface area for styling, and I feel like it plays off really well. Can you see? Yeah, y'all can see the pedestals back there. It plays off really well how I have the two different levels of the pedestals back here. I have the two different levels of the tables right here, so magnifique. Like I was saying, I love these tables. I love how my rug kind of ties into the table because it has that variation in there, just like this one. And yeah, it's just really, really good. I don't know what else to say about it. On top, I just have it minimally styled. I didn't want a lot of things going on. Like I said, I love books, so of course we have some coffee table books on here. Some of my favorites I will be reviewing, like I said, in another video. I just have this arch right here that's from Target. Love this piece. It's marble, it has good veining, and then up under there I just have this book. It's called The Family Home. Such a good book, a lot of good pictures, a very good size, and it has some color in here too. Like I said, I will be reviewing this later so you guys can see the inside, but I wanted to put this on the coffee table because it has my colors in it. So it has the grays, the creams, the browns, you know, the dark gray. What do you call this? What would you call this wood? like the grayish, ashy wood. I don't know. But I love that right there. Let's put that back. And then right here beside me, I just have these books. So this is the Alexander McQueen book. I love this because of the texture on it. It's kind of like a snake croc skin on top.
Croc skin, buttercream, croc skin, buttercream.
And then I have this Making of Gucci book up under there because I wanted something black up on here to add a little bit more depth. And then I just have those two stacked right there. I put this little alabaster ball that I found at Home Goods for $16.99 on top to add that wood element. It's not wood, it's alabaster, but it has the richness of wood and it plays off really well with my sideboard over here that I'm going to show you in a minute. Over here I just have this marble bowl that I got from CB2. It has really good veining in it, and I just put some moss on top or on the inside of that to add a little bit of green, a little bit of earthiness, a little bit of life to the table. And then my favorite book in the house is over here. It's called Belgian Modern, which I told you guys is the style that I recently stumbled across and figured out that's what my style is. If I had to put my style into one word, this book is so good. I am going to be reviewing it. The pages in it are just amazing. Like, they're so big. Oh shoot. They're so big, they're so substantial. It has a high gloss finish, but this video isn't about books, so let me put that back down before I get carried away. That book is like over $100.
You crazy as hell.
It was an investment, but it's so good. I will show you guys before you spend your money. So yeah, I just love this little setup. I love how I, decided to put this table over here. It just gives me a very different feel. It's so good. It's the perfect touch to my living room. So different. Nothing you'll see in everybody's house. So really proud of that. See? That's what I'm talking about. Oh, please don't do this to me right now. Stay. You were doing so well. Alright, let's hurry up before this mess is done.
The ghetto. The ghetto.
Alright, so now we're going to talk about the problem child of the house, this sideboard. So I talked about this in my last video. Yeah, it was a task to get this together. I mean, the outside was fine, but these doors, as you just saw, are a pain in my neck. But I told you in my last video, it was very hard to get these doors together. If you have ever put doors on something like IKEA furniture or anything like that, those hinges are the devil. The devil! Every time I fixed one door, it was like the other door would not be right. It wouldn't open right. So I was like trying stuff and trying this, trying to screw this in.
Trying shit and trying shit, trying shit and trying shit, don't work. Trying shit and trying shit, won't work. Trying shit, switch it up.
Like, I have it where it looks decent now, but you can't move. Like, don't even look at it.
Don't touch it. Don't even look at it. Go on, get out. You heard me. Don't look at me either. I'm
convinced this thing has a mind of its own. If you walk past it too quick, like I was sitting down on the floor and the doors bulged open. Like, I got it to where it looks pretty level, but I haven't gotten it to where it closes well. I think that's supposed to be flush on the side, but I don't know. I can't get them over anymore. But off that, I love this. I knew I wanted something. Well, let me take that back. I originally wanted a black sideboard, so I was gonna get the Besta unit from IKEA, but like I told you before, that was sold out. I got tired of waiting and I was looking through my book, my Belgian Modern book, and I was like, a wooden sideboard would be perfect. So I found this one. I actually really love the tone. I love the different color that it brings into my space, a little bit more warmth, if you know what I mean. So yeah, it hides all my junk on the inside. I have like my workout weights, a little bit of decor in there, my DVDs. You guys know, if you can't tell from all my videos, I love movies. I quote movies all day. Anybody that I vibe with, anybody I get along with are able to get my movie references, are able to quote them as well. So there's some DVDs in there as well. On top, I just minimally, you know, decorated. Just got some books up here. This book, Classic Residences, is really, really good. I have this Nicole Hollis curated interiors right here on the side as well. So I have those stacked. I just put this little piece I got on Amazon. It was white, but I spray painted it black, and I love the way it looks. I needed something a little bit darker up here in this space. And I just have this little alabaster marble ball on this side. Over there, I just have a bowl that is an RH dupe that I found at TJ Maxx for like 10, is it 10 now? $15 at TJ Maxx, and I love how rough and earthy that bowl looks. So I just stuck that right there. Have a little cement candle, a little wall art back here to hide that cord. It's not really doing a good job, but it's better than you seeing the whole cord. So I just put that wall art back there with a little book up under, and I feel like it turned out really well. I do want to add some more vintage pieces to the top of this, just to, you know, make it feel a little bit older, a little bit more well-traveled and worn in, because I feel like this looks so modern, like it's so clean and so just L7. But yeah, that's gonna take a while, but right now this works for me. I didn't want a whole bunch of stuff on here. I was originally gonna just do books, but I felt like I needed a little bit more, you know, curves, a little bit more variation, so that's what I did. Love my TV up here. I watch TV in here like 90% of the time if I'm not in my room. On the side over here, I just have this faux fiddle fig leaf tree. I actually feel like it looks pretty realistic, but when I bought it, it came in this ugly like tin bucket. It was so ugly, y'all, and it was lower to the ground than it is right now. So what I did later on, I found that planter that I have it in right now. I do plan on painting that, but I don't know if I'm going to do like a gray cement effect or if I want to paint it black. So I just left it how it is right now. But I put like a shoe box and some plastic around what the tree is originally in, to kind of elevate it a little bit, and I just put some moss on top to make it look a little bit more realistic. So yeah, love that, love how that looks. Yeah, and over here on the side there isn't really anything. I do want to find like some kind of cool vintage chair to put over here, but I haven't found that yet. It's a journey, right? So follow along. I'm sure I'll find something in the near future. My curtains are from IKEA. They are the Marite style curtains, and I did turn them upside down because I wanted to use curtain rings at the top to make it look more custom, look more relaxed with the black rod. So that's what I did. I just flipped it upside down and then flipped the bottoms up, because the Marite curtains come with like these metal holes on the top, so you don't have to use rings. But like I said, I wanted to use curtain rings, so I just made it work for me, and I love how dramatic it looks on the bottom now. After I pin them up, it's kind of like, y'all remember when Nene was saying how Claudia's bob was like,
she made herself a bob. No, she folded it up.
She had it completely folded under.
That's how it looks on the bottom here. But I love the drama. Love it, love it, love it. And then down here, this little guy's just hanging out. He moves around the house a lot depending on, you know, if I'm taking a picture for Instagram or if I want to see how it looks in different spots. But right now, he's living right here. It's just this three-legged stool that I got on Etsy. I love it so much. It's adorable. The perfect piece to add over here because it's very bare right here in front of this window, but I didn't want anything that would overwhelm the space. So he's perfect right here. Love the, you know, dimension it gives against the rug. And then if you're like looking from this side, it looks so good. I feel like from every view, my living room has something interesting to look at. So that's something I was trying to not obtain, something I was trying to accomplish in this space, and I feel like I did really well. And then I mentioned pretty much every inch of this living room, so I didn't want to leave baby boy out. This is just a side table I have over here next to my couch. You know, more surface area for you to put your drinks, your books, whatever. This is from Target. I think it's called the Palisades table. I'm pretty sure it was the collab with Studio McGee. If it's still available, I will link it down below. But yeah, I just love it. It's gray, it's a table. It gives that like concrete effect, like a very smooth concrete. So I love this. I actually got it on clearance. I think originally it's like $100, but I got it for like 70. So I got a pretty good deal on it, and yeah, that's that. I just don't want to forget anybody. Okay guys, that is it for me today. Thank you so much for tuning in and spending some time with me. That is it. That is the end of my living room tour. I'm very proud of it. It is a journey, so things will change. A lot of things will stay the same, but we're going to add little finishing touches as we go. So stay tuned. Hit that subscribe button and that notification bell if you haven't. Don't forget to like, comment, and share. Take care of yourselves, those around you, and your mental health. And I will see you guys in my next video. But until then, peace out.